Hi everybody, I'm Shauna and this is Ring of Light Crafts, and as you can tell my voice is going again. Not that 6 months was enough without a voice, right? Or I should say 5.5. Anyways, we're going to do black and white painting. Hope you can understand my voice. Got a lot of kitty cat hair all over this. Anyways, we're just going to use black acrylic paint and white acrylic paint, a few odd brushes, get a hold of them, just a few little odd cheap brushes, you guys, okay? Nothing fancy at all. And that's my puppy. She's mad at me. Come on, Apple. She thinks I'm not paying attention to her. So what you will need is bristle paper, at least that's what I'm using, 300 series, white, and just black and white paper, paint, which is the acrylic apple barrel. I don't know if you can see that, apple barrel acrylic paint, okay? It doesn't have to be this kind of paint, you guys. That's just what I happen to like now. I'm gonna make this real simple. I have paint all over my hands. And my puppy is attacking my hand. So the first thing we're going to do is I want to do black and white. So what we're going to do is really wish I had a bigger brush, because I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to take my black. By the way, I did water this down because it was really, really thick. So we're just going to take our brush. And I don't like how watery that is. Looks like none of it got mixed. So let's just mix it right here on our paper, okay? We're just gonna put this on here. I must have taken my big brushes to the back room. That's okay. We can make this work. Then I'll take a minute break and go find my right brushes. Okay, so let's just get this paint on here. And just all over it. And you can see I'm not just going back and forth trying to do this. We're going to have some fun with it, okay, guys? I literally just going to put it on here all different ways. Doesn't have to look one way or the other. Just have some fun. Okay, if you can't have fun and love what you're doing, then you ought to find something else to add to it, or perhaps change all the way around. So, we're just gonna have some fun. Just throw that paint right on that paper, any way you see fit, thick or thin, it's up to you. Okay, now you want to know a secret? Guess what we're gonna do? You guessed it. Blow out the cat hair for one, and turn it the opposite way. Now we're gonna do the top. Now at the top, I'm actually going to take my black, just put it down here, take my white, put it up here. That's probably way too much, but that's okay. You guys, now this paper will, as you can tell, start to bend. Don't worry about that. Let's just keep going, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and take my black that's already on my brush, and we're going to do the exact same thing up on top. We're just going to have some fun with this, okay? Just have some fun. Alrighty. You do it any way you want. Back, right, upside down. It doesn't matter. This is your creation. So pick your colors, you guys. I'm doing black and white to go with my black and white series. And you guys just pick any color you want to. And let's just have some fun. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and get a hold of it down here, because I forgot to tape it down. Usually got to find some way to tape this down, make it stay. Just going to blend a little bit more of this. Maybe make that a little higher with the color, or excuse me, with the gray. Alright, bring some of that in here. And if you guys will excuse me for 1 minute, I'm going to have to save my dog because she just found one of my plastics that I was working with. So excuse me 1 second. Oh, I take that back. She found my chopstick that I dropped. Well, guess where that has to go now. Oh well, probably could have used it in paint, but it's okay. So, I do have this one little thing down here. We're not going to worry about it yet. We're just going to go on. Now we got our grays going. We got a nice couple grays shades. Let's just even add a little bit of white. Let's say it goes right here. Just going to add extra white right through here. So if there's some brightness coming from this end, okay? You can do this as a last part. It doesn't really matter. I'm just seeing it ahead of time, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right through here. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of black. And I may have to pick up a little bit of water. And the reason why I say that, you guys, is look, I forgot my water container. As you can see how sometimes it just doesn't catch. So we're going to just thin it out. Let's make it catch. Okay? I hate when that happens, but it does happen. We'll add a little bit of gray through here. Alright, you guys. Now let's get to our next step. Maybe we'll bring it a little bit through here. And let's go ahead and just, oops. Bring some more white. There we go. Okay. Well, come on, baby. Okay, guys. Our next step is we're going to go ahead and set our brush down. Let me wet it a little because I forgot my thing. And I'm going to grab a brush that's kind of at an angle. Can you see that? Okay. So we're going to grab this brush here. And I'm going to make me some gray. And I'm going to grab my white. I already have black here. So we're going to go ahead and just mix that in. See what we can save, what's on the table. Pick up some black. Oops. It's okay. Pick up some good black here. Now, I kind of want a different shade than what I already have on now. So I'm going to pick up a little more of the black just to make it a little darker. So you can see that this is still part of the black and white series. I'm so sorry about my voice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to get some of that paint off my brush. I'm going to come from the bottom. I don't know if you can see my bottom here. I'm coming from the bottom of my page. And I'm just going to go up. Yes, Harpo, come on over. She's so spoiled. I have to push the chair to her. Now I think I'll just go ahead and bring it up a little more. And come right through there. I'm just going to bring it up, all the way up. We can deal with details later. Now notice how it's going to have to be a little darker towards the top. At least just for a little bit until we get to the next step. And that's okay. Go ahead, just bring it right through here. Bring it up. And we're just going to let it kind of die off. Then we'll go ahead and take a little edge. Come right through here. Let it die off. Pick it up. Notice you can't really tell the difference here. So what we're going to do is add more black to this gray. Make a little darker gray. And we're just going to bring it back through here. And just keep adding the darker gray until you can see it against this background. And we're just going to come up. Okay guys, I heard that too. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I went ahead and just did a couple little branches here. And forgive my dogs, they're going to be going crazy. There's a stray cat on in my front there, in my front yard. I hope it finds a home. So, towards the top, towards the white on top, you're going to have to make it just a wee bit darker, just so it will stand out, okay? And don't forget, we're making a tree. Don't forget to just kind of branch out with some of the branches here and there. They do not have to be one way or the other. Just make them yours. Who cares because they say you have to do it this way or that way? You know what? No. You do it your way. And if you like the way they do it, then go right ahead and do it their way. So when I do my trees, I'm simply putting wherever I think there might be a branch, whether a short one or a long one, fat, skinny, it doesn't matter. You do it your way. Okay? Just be free with your hand. Free with your imagination. Sometimes just break the rules. You don't always have to color within that line of a box. You know what? Take that eraser. Make a box. Erase the box. And enjoy your art. Oops. Pick some of that up. Just going to go ahead and make a few more dark branches here. Kind of give it a little more. It's kind of thin there. There we go. We have a little coming out. And if you want, switch out your brushes. Get a thinner brush, you guys. And just place your hand down and just do the exact same thing. There we go. My brush didn't get cleaned up well enough. But it's savable, so we're just going to go right ahead and get it going here. You hear that breathing? That's my dog at the door trying to sniff the cats inside. Silly dog. He's so weird, you guys. He's just weird. Okay, we're just going to make kind of like a little fork on that one just because we could. And we'll make some little ones coming out. Who says it has to be one way or the other? We're just going to have some fun. Just bring them out. Let's see. I think I ought to bring one here. Now we'll go ahead and catch this and fix it. Where I left off with some paint that goes through, we'll just add paint. And what I'm going to do is go right ahead, come back here. Now I'm not kind of getting where I don't care for this. I'll show you a secret to that too. There's something you got on it, you don't like it, we can get rid of it. And I'll just add a little one right here. I may just change this whole thing up. It's alright. Then we got this one here. Let's just give it a little bit more here. Just come through here. You know what? Let's just go right here. Oops. Sorry, I kind of moved the table here. Okay, so let's just add, you know what, I'm kind of liking this, but what I'm not liking is right up in here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and pick up a bigger brush, and I'm going to just bring this out. Make it look like this part here just kind of messed up, and that part of the branch wasn't put in. And we're going to go ahead and add this branch right through here. And we'll just add that. I just think it needed a little something right through here. Pick up some of this gray, give it a little more. There we go. And then we can just go ahead and finish this little tiny piece right here up. Bring that down. And then we got this little one there. And then we'll go right ahead, add a little bit of black right through here. Oops, put my hand in paint again, that's okay. We can fix that too. So now we got this little tiny tree starting. And you notice how we got all these darker branches up here? You can always make them lighter if you want it. All you gotta do is add a wee bit of white. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lighten up a couple. And put them up, just a few. Nothing too fancy, okay? Because some of this, even though we're lightening up, we may never see it once we go to the next step. But right now, it would be easier to just add some of the lighter colors if you wanted to make it brighter. Let's pick that color up right here. Sorry guys, that's a chair being moved across the floor. And that's Hopper saying good morning, folks. So good morning from Hopper. Alright, let's just get some more going through here. And we'll add a few more white ones. Pick up some of the brighter part of was white. There we go. And the only one that don't have a little bit of white over here is this one, so let's go right ahead and do that too, okay? Otherwise it might just kind of stand out a little. I know it may look odd because I'm adding the white underneath what you might think would be the dark area, but my light's coming in from here. So at least that's what I'm going for. It may change before we even get that far. We'll find out, right? So, you know what, over here we can change it, we can add it. Well, maybe there's something blocking this side. If that makes you feel better, then let's do that. We can do that. There's no law saying we can't, because anything we don't like, we can always change, right? So we're just gonna add maybe just a tad right through here. All right. Come over here. Definitely need to give these guys something here. Whoops. Stuck my whole brush in the paint. Pick up something darker. Alright guys, so we're going to just add a little more. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and maybe just, you know what, we're just going to do it where we think it needs to go and enjoy that. Because eventually it's all may change, so who cares? And we'll just make it a little less bright. Have something to here. Alright guys. The only thing I don't like is the last line I just made. So we're going to try to correct a little, change a little bit of that. When I say correct, just change. And I probably shouldn't even worry about it because this is so not going to end up this way. There is another step that we have not gotten to. Okay, let's just start bringing down. How about just a little one coming out this way? Why not, right? Like maybe it got broken or something. It's just a little branch. I think one's good. Why push it, right? So now we got our little picture here started, black and white only. But, you know, things can always change, right? So because of my voice, I'm going to have to stop. And I'll come back in a little bit once I get some water and stuff. See you shortly.